are we doing today?
Today, we're doing several things today. Right now, we are headed to get physicals done because you have to have physicals done for adoption, and drug tests and TB tests.
We're getting drug tested?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's a joke. Where are we getting drug tested at?
Same place.
Okay, it's all together.
Yeah, we should be able to do it all together. Then we have little papers that we have to fill out for criminal records check by a police department. So we get to go into a police department. I don't think I've ever been in a police department. Have you?
Honestly, I don't know.
Like, I don't think I've ever had to like walk into one or anything.
I don't think I have. I don't know. I'm not for sure.
So we'll do that, and then Merritt has his final background fingerprint scan today. So those are all the things we're getting done.
Once we have all of that done, though, I think we get to start our home study.
Yes.
Right?
So that should be the end of the home study paperwork, which means we will send it all in, and then we can schedule a time for someone to come to our house and tell us that our house is acceptable. Hopefully. Then after that, we send all of that to our agency and get to go active. I don't know the time frame of when that'll actually be able to happen. It'll depend on when someone can come to our house, but we're getting closer to the fun part and not the paperwork part.
Closer. Well, we'll see you guys later and let you know how it goes.
Getting our criminal history check.
We were both nervous just coming to the police station. We've never been.
Shows you how dangerous we are. You're not allowed to go inside.
So we had a call?
We had to call, get someone to come out here, give us the form, and then they take it back.
And we wait.
And we wait for them to tell us we don't have a criminal history. Unless you have something you need to tell us.
Just gonna find out.
Yeah, so now we're just sitting on the steps. Chilling. It's a weird deal.
It is nice out there.
It is. I don't know if I would say it's nice. It's just not blazing hot.
It's very nice for the date.
Yep. Got a lovely view of construction. No record. We're clear. Got a lot done today, huh?
Yes. All the stuff that needed to get done. Which is good, because that was what today was literally all about. All we cared about today was getting it done.
Care of.
So that we don't have to spend other days.
Yep. And now we get to hang out.
Try to find our way home.
Oh yeah, I guess I could pull up the GPS.
Like an old friend. Ah! Sorry.
Okay, so you guys saw us running around yesterday getting stuff done, so you wanted to tell them everything that we did.
Yeah, fill in whatever I missed. We went to the doctors because we had to get like medical checkups, just like physical general health check exams before we could do our home study.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we went and I did an FBI criminal check. Then
He's clear.
Yeah, I am clear. Then we had to go to, well, first we went to a police department that's in the area, but we couldn't do anything there. We had to go to the headquarters,
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. And both of us felt really silly going because we've never been to the police department before. So we went to the headquarters of this police department, but we got that taken care of, which was just saying that we haven't been arrested in our area, or there's no warrants out for our arrests, which again, we were cleared. So we have all those things done. Are we officially sending in?
Yeah, we should be able to send in our home study stuff on Monday, which if you're watching this video, we have most likely already sent it in.
So what does the home study mean? What does that mean? Where are we at?
Yeah, so the home study is the background of every little detail of our life.
Every little nook and cranny.
Every nook and cranny. They want to know all of it. And then we send in all of the paperwork, and then they schedule...
Hello?
So now that the paperwork is sent in, they'll probably schedule someone to come and look at our house and just make sure that it's safe for bringing a baby home. They just want to make sure there's nothing like weird happening in our home. And I don't know how long that'll take. I don't know like if they're backed up, if COVID has an effect on that, like how long that process takes, but it'll probably take several weeks. And then from there, we send all of that information and some of the other paperwork that we have to our agency, and then we can go active. A few people have been asking some questions just about all of this stuff, so we were just going to answer some of those questions about the process or about our adoption and everything like that. And yeah. All right, here we go. Will we be adopting a baby or an infant?
That's the plan.
Yes. The agency that we're going through mostly pretty much only works with infants or newborns. And so, yes, we will be adopting a baby. Are you going through an agency? Yes. We are not going through like a private adoption agency, but we're going through a consulting agency, which means they put us in contact with adoption agencies all over the U.S.
Agency, how long will it take? How long will it take? How long will it take?
We do not know how long it'll take. It could take a few months, or it could take a year.
Our contract with the agency is a year.
Yeah.
So our hope is it takes less than a year. If it doesn't take less than a year, and within that contract time of a year, we never got a match, then we would have to start over with that agency, make a new payment, and start a new year with them. Mm-hmm. And that's not really what we want.
No.
Why does it cost so much? In case you guys didn't know, it can cost anywhere. This is just any adoption could cost anywhere from $25,000 up to $55,000. So we're 60. Our budget is somewhere in the middle of that, hopefully.
Yeah. So it's a lot of different reasons. Part of it is because we are going through a private agency. So sometimes if you go through just an attorney, or if you go through DHS or something like that, or you find a mom that you connect with and just go through the mom directly, it can cost less expensive. So we do have some additional fees because we're doing private. And then there are legal fees. Some of it is medical bills as well. And it's just a lot of different things. I mean,
And it adds up.
It adds up really quickly. I mean, when you're talking about having to have an attorney, that adds up really fast. So, yeah, that's why it's so expensive.
Is it an open or closed adoption?
Again, not 100% sure. It will most likely be at least semi-open or open. I think a lot of that depends on birth mom's preferences and the relationship that we develop with her and just kind of the dynamics of that. But a good majority of adoptions nowadays are open adoptions because they have seen that it's best for the child to have some sort of knowledge or relationship with the birth mom / family.
Do we want a boy or a girl?
Don't care.
Nope. What would you prefer?
I don't think I have a preference. Do you have a preference?
I think I want a girl.
We will take any
I think
child.
I was made to be a girl's dad.
You would make a really great girl's dad.
But I would be overjoyed with a boy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you have a preference, but we really don't care that much either. There were a lot of things that we did not care when we were marking down our adoption information. So we just want a child. Any child. Any child will do. As far as fundraising goes, thank you guys so much to those of you who have already given. Especially when we first announced, we were overwhelmed with the amount of people that sent just gifts and generosity.
Or just even message like, hey, tell us any way we can help.
Yeah, I mean, just overwhelmed. It was incredible to see how many people were so supportive.
And to this point, we have, through your guys' support, been able to pay the agency, the initial part, right, the fee, which was around 5,000, right?
A little less.
A little less than 5,000. We have paid for our home study, because you have to pay for it even before you turn in the paperwork and stuff. You have to pay for it to get the paperwork. We've paid for our home study. At this point, we have everything up to this point paid for. Right. And now, what we're fundraising for is the fees that are to come, which are going to be those attorney fees that we talked about, the mother's medical fees, living out of state for 2 weeks, more than likely.
Yes, part of the expenses that we'll be saving for is that we'll most likely be adopting a child outside of Oklahoma, and when that happens, you have to stay in town for up to 2 weeks while rights are terminated, and again, there are people looking over all of your files to make sure you're fit to take the child home. And so some of that is living expenses, like either hotel or Airbnb, just all sorts of stuff. And then once we are matched, we will have to pay that cost. So that is now what we are saving for and fundraising for. We still have the t-shirt / sweatshirt fundraiser going on, so if you haven't gotten one yet, you haven't missed out. You can buy one of those at any time.
And we'll put a link to that in the description of this video.
Yes, we'll have a link to that. Again, you can Venmo me, you can PayPal me, anything like that.
You can also Venmo me.
Or Merit, sorry. Or you can Venmo Merit. And then we also have just ordered off of Etsy a blank white puzzle that is 1,000 pieces. So, with it being 1,000 pieces, if we have 1,000 people give $40, then that means we will be fully funded.
Yes, so if you're doing that in your head, that math, that's 40,000. That is the budget that we wrote down when we made an application, that we felt God led us to 40,000 being the budget that we felt He would provide. And to this point, some of that's already been covered. And so we are really grateful for that, to this point, having what we've already been through, what we just went over to pay for. But the way this puzzle is going to work is if you give anywhere from 25 to 40, preferred 40 because that'll just make it easy, dollars, then we're going to put your name on that puzzle piece in Sharpie. And the goal is to have just a symbolic memory of everybody who was a part of our process of getting baby, and something that we can hang up and that we can have as really just an Ebenezer of how God provided for us. And we really want this. This is really special, and I mean, $40, like, it doesn't matter whether you have a full-time job or you're a student, like $40 you can come up with, you know, and $40 for a lot of us as a one-time gesture, a one-time gift isn't that big, which is one of the reasons why we think this is such a good opportunity, because it allows so many people to be a part of this, and it's not asking just a few people that know us well, like, hey, can you carry the load and give us a ton of money? This is just $40. And so we really encourage you to do that and to spread the word on that. Like, help us out. Maybe it's not so much the 40 that's the biggest help as it is reposting and or explaining or saying that to a friend, sharing our story to someone, because we know that God's gonna provide, and it's gonna be through people talking to people about it.
Yeah, and we're really excited about it, and I can't wait for that puzzle to be complete and to be able to hang that in our nursery as a reminder of all of the support. So again, with that, you can Venmo us, PayPal us. We also have a website set up that's called Adopt Together, and it's tax deductible. So if you want to donate through there, that would be really helpful as well. And then we can put your name on a puzzle piece.
That's right. And there are some people who have already given.
Yeah.
That we remember, and we're gonna be writing your names down. But feel free to give again if you feel led.
And besides financially, just continue to pray for us through this process. Pray for peace in the middle of paperwork and appointments and phone calls. Pray for our marriage, that we will stay connected and communicate with one another well, because it's just a really stressful process. And pray for mom and baby, wherever they are. God knows their name, and we want to be in prayer for them because it's a really scary decision to make. And we just pray that mom has a lot of support and finds people who will surround her and love her and be an encouragement. So that's our prayer. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support, and we will see y'all later.
Bye.
Peace out.